Welcome here. My name is Benjamin Torre, and I'm gonna take you on a journey today into spirit consciousness. We're really gonna talk about consciousness, and we're gonna talk about how the human design system can be a massive transformation for human consciousness. We're gonna have a look together how the human design can be applied today in our society and how it can be a very useful tool for us to navigate and operate correctly in this society. It is all about to live your uniqueness. It is all about to love yourself. This is the point here. If you don't love yourself, you're gonna have a hell of a nightmare on this life. But if you do love yourself, this is gonna be a beautiful journey. This is gonna be something that is beyond measure, way more satisfying than anything you can ever imagine. So I hope you guys are ready. And before we start, I invite you to get a paper or a notebook. So if you want to take note, for those of you who feel you don't want to take note, it's totally fine. Just sit, enjoy the show, the presentation, and simply absorb everything. Write down your questions, minimize any distraction, turn off your phone, turn off everything that you can distract you from the presentation. Grab a bottle of water if you need some water during the presentation. And what I invite you to do as well is to go on mybodygraph.com and to get your chart. All right, so you can go on mybodygraph.com and you can just get your chart. So you guys have your chart and you guys can observe what I'm seeing, what I'm describing, and you can see if it relates to you based on your chart. This webinar, this presentation, going to be a 2 hours over the slides. So we're going to have slides that will guide us through the presentation. And at the end of the 2 hours, if you guys have questions, I will be very happy to stay a little bit more and to answer your questions. So for those of you who are present here, you will have the ability at the end to ask questions. And for those of you who are on YouTube or watching the live recording, unfortunately, you won't be able to ask live questions, but you can always, comment below and leave your questions. And I do my best to check on YouTube all the comments and to have a look on people's questions. Good. So before we start, I'm going to introduce myself so you guys know a little bit who you are listening to, because this is something that I really believe it's important, is for you to know who you are listening to. And that's actually one of the basic foundation principle that if you guys continue after the webinar, if you want to take classes, I really teach to people one of the basic foundation. Who do you listen to? Where do you get your information? Who you are taking information from, right? So let's introduce myself. My name is Benjamin Torre. I'm a French person. I'm born in the French Alps. Few years ago, many years ago, to not saying my age. And today I'm living in California. So I live in the US, in North California, in Manchester, a beautiful place to be. I consider myself as a visionary mystic. I don't want to say I am, because I am is the identification with the mind, and I really don't identify myself anymore with this mind, this personality, this passenger who is here, who took place into this physical body. It's not me, it's just a passenger. So I like to say, I simply consider myself as a visionary mystic, as someone who do have a vision, someone who do have this ability to translate spiritual knowledge into something that is understandable for everyone. And that's what I also say, spirit consciousness is the ability to translate spirit knowledge into something that is very logical, pragmatic, and useful in our daily life. I'm a breathwork facilitator, facilitating breathwork. For those of you who already joined my breathwork class, you guys had the chance to experience the beautiful knowledge, this beautiful technique. For those of you who never did it, well, I invite you to check on my Instagram, because I do at least once a week a free breathwork class. So, you just keep having a look, and you can always join the class. For those of you who want to go deeper, I create an online course on breathwork, and you guys can just breathe on your own and learn about this technique. I'm a human design guide certified from the International Human Design School. I've been studying human design for the last 8 years, which is kind of a long trip. And I can tell it works. It really works. But anyway, I got my certification 2018, actually last year. So I've been taking class since 2016 and doing all the foundation, all the classes, and I get really finally certified as a human design guide last year in end of July. I'm a generator 6-2. For those of you who know a little bit human design, I'm a generator 6-2, role model hermit, and spirit consciousness. So this is how I would introduce myself. For those of you who knows design and want to have a look on my charts, well, let's have a look. This is me. This is how the energy is moving in my body. This is how I speak. This is how I behave. This is how I respond to the world based on these genetics. I'm a generator, pure sacral. My profile is a 6-2, a role model hermit. This is the role that I'm playing here in this life, my costume. My authority is my sacral, so I really base my decision on the sound that I'm making. It's typically generator, and I based all my making decision on this. I'm a left angle cross of prevention. As you guys can see, it's kind of interesting, but I really like to prevent people. Based on all the experience from my first 30 years of my life, I have this ability today to prevent and to simply say, this not gonna work. I did it. Oh, this works. Yeah, I did it. That's what I do here. My incarnation cross carry the energy to examine behavior. I'm really good at observing behavior. I have this ability to correct the pattern, to see what's correct and what is not, and to bring energy for changement. I make commentary and I correct what needs to be correct. It's a driving force that is here in the body, that is here, and it's here to prevent hardship or injury by correcting behavior and cutting it off before a potential disaster. So what we're going to do today, it's basically, I'm simply going to show you how you can be correct for yourself. How you can be correct for yourself. And that's what we're going to talk about. How can you be correct for yourself? How can you take the correct decision for yourself? How can you stop having doubts and confusion and all these self-doubts and oh, should I do this? Should I do that? I'm just going to show you how you can take correct decision for yourself. How does it sound? Pretty awesome, right? Cool. So before we continue, let's just have a look a little bit on my journey, and then that will be enough for today about me, and we will dive into human design. I started my journey at the age of 1920. I've been hired by Secret Services, and I started my journey into the military, the French government, working as a special agent in the Black Ops as a commando. So you guys can see a little bit of my journey. I was a paratrooper, I was a commando for around 4 years and a half. And at the age of 25, I was like, okay, I can't continue this life. This is not for me. I mean, it was nice, okay. Before being in the military, I left high school. I left school, I was 16. I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be here. This is not correct for me. This is not me. This is not what I want. I don't give a fuck about all those things. So I left school, I was 16, and I became a firefighter. I was a firefighter and a ski patrol during the winter. It was quite a very good life and very nice. I learned a lot of things. And at some point, I joined the military. And after a little while, same. Okay, I'm done doing this. And I started my own company and I started to travel around the world and making interviews with very inspiring people. For those of you who know, this is Torre Good. Torre spent the last 30 years of his life into secret space program. So I was traveling the world and making interview with people and meeting celebrities and meeting, different person and becoming friends with them. So I started to have a very good friend with Russell Brand or Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves, those people. And I hang out with them. And, I was asking a lot of questions about consciousness, what consciousness is. What are we doing here? I was like a seeker. So for the last 8 years, 25 to my 33 today, I just have been traveling the world and teaching breathwork. As you can see here, it's me playing the flute, the Native American flute at Burning Man, teaching breathwork for people, teaching spirit consciousness and human design into companies, corporates, or individual. I've been leading retreats all around the world and simply sharing, my way of living. I'm not saying this is the only way. I'm not saying this is what people have to do, but I'm simply doing my life and I live my life for me. If people resonate, awesome. I'm happy to share. If they don't, awesome. Find what is correct for you. And this is what I'm teaching. Find what is correct for you. Good. So that's a little bit of my journey. Let's have a look on what's going on today in the world. So before we continue, you guys can have a look and see if you resonate with this. If you resonate, I really invite you to pay attention for the next 2 hours because this is going to help you a lot. The problems that we have today in humanity in 2020, it's a massive humanity crisis. It's a big, big identity crisis due to the conditioning, due to the homogenization world. For the last 200, 300, 400 years, thousands of years, human beings have been deeply, 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 deeply conditioned to be some things that they are not. And all of you are trying desperately to be some things that is not you. And you don't understand why you can have this, why it's difficult to be that, why you have so much resistance in your life, why you have so much frustration, why you have anger, why you have bitterness in your life. It is simply because of the conditioning. And what the conditioning is doing is that basically it is taking away from you your true nature. It is taking away your essence. And you guys try to be something else. That's why we have an identity crisis today in our society. People are lost as fuck and they don't know who they are. They don't recognize themselves because they are trying so badly and desperately to be something else. And all of you know this. And this is the beginning of losing your connection to source energy. At the moment you lose your connection to source energy, what is happening on the deepest level of consciousness is that you gave your power away to institution. And that's the result of high expectation. And this is exactly what is happening today in our society. Humanity gave up their power to institution, expecting institution to take care of you. Well, unfortunately, the little group of people who are controlling society don't give a fuck about you. You guys are slave. You born as a slave, you live as a slave, and you die as a slave. I know it may not be really easy to hear, but this is the truth. We are the only one species here on Earth who have to pay to breathe, who have to pay to live here. I mean, we pay everything. We pay taxes, we pay for energy, we pay for food. We don't even have healthy food. We don't even use healthy energy. I mean, understand this. Because we lost our connection to source, we have been fighting one another. We have been killing one another for energy. We have a huge amount of frustration on this planet. We are living in the most fucked up, screw up planet in the entire universe. And I mean, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not human. I'm a starseed. I'm an extraterrestrial consciousness in a human body. And I came here to kind of help humanity to fucking realize how fucked up they are. Just, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's fine. But this is the truth. I mean, in other planet in the universe, it's not like this. The Earth, it's kind of a chicken field where human beings are harvest, and those entities are feeding on your energy. Why? Because of the conditioning, identity crisis, losing your connection to source. You not anymore feed yourself from source. We try to feed in one another. The mind is driving us crazy. So the result is frustration, bitterness, anger, depression, mental anxiety, stress, burnout, illness, competition to one another, the desire of accumulation, always have more and more and more and more consummation. I want more money. I want more this. I want more that. I want more t-shirts. I want more jeans. I want more clothes. I want more. I want a new iPhone. I want a new computer. I want a new TV. Always more and more and more. Because deep, 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 deep inside, there is a deep hole, a deep feeling of emptiness. Who am I? What am I doing here? What's the meaning of life? And all those things lead to drama. Drama control. Look at the relationship. People are fighting to one another to be right, feeling unworthy, feeling undervalued, scarcity, fears, not being good enough. They constantly try to prove themselves, avoiding confrontation and truth about their emotions, about who they truly are, looking for love and direction, looking for a purpose in life all the time, a meaning, violence on earth, people killing one another. I mean, I know, I was in the military. I did this shit for 4 years. Domination, fight. That's the best. The fight for toilet papers. I mean, get the joke. A virus is running on around the planet, and the only thing that the little human being wants to have is toilet paper. I dare you to look at me in the eyes and to tell me that humanity is smart. Humanity is stupid as fuck. Stupid as fuck. And it's not because we have all this technology and this advanced technology with electricity and and we can go on the moon and cars and whatever. That means we are smart. We really are not. Really not. But it's not about blaming here, by the way. It's really not about blaming, but acknowledging the situation. And by bringing awareness, we have the ability to understand the why, or how did we end up like this? How? Well, the only reason is the mind. The identification to your mind as self, believing that you are the mind. Believing that the mind is you. That's the big problem. And obviously, we have been into a manifesto propaganda for the last 2000 years. And we're going to talk about this. So before we continue, I want to be clear on something. Let's be really clear. As Morpheus said in The Matrix, this webinar, for those of you who are watching the live recording, this is your last chance. After this, there's no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends, you wake up in your bed and you believe whatever you want to believe. You can leave the webinar right now. You can say, this is a bunch of bullshit. I don't want to listen to it. I'm going to continue my life, which is fine. I'm not judging at all. I'm here to share a message. That's your choice. Or you take the right pill. You stay here now with me in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit holes goes. And you will see by yourself. But remember, the only thing that I'm offering here is the truth, nothing else. But above everything, don't believe me. Don't believe me. Everything that I'm going to say, everything that I'm sharing with you, don't believe me a word. Go and experiment by yourself. I'm not a guru. I'm not. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not. I'm here to free your mind. I'm here to free your spirit and to give you back your power, your responsibility to be unique as yourself, to be your own authority, so you can take decision based as yourself. It is all about getting back your sobriety. Good. If we are good, and it seems like no one left, awesome. Welcome, and let's go into human design. Before we start, I really want to thank you and to honor the spirit of Ra Uhu'u, who passed away in 2011. Ra Uhu'u, born as Robert, a Canadian, in the 1948. He moved from Canada to Ibiza during the 80s, and in 1987, 33 years ago, the voice came to him and he received the knowledge of human design. During 8 days, and 8 nights, he got this information. He received the information. The voice came to him and talked to him and say, now you're going to learn, now you're going to work. It is time for you to have this knowledge. So the knowledge came 33 years ago on the island of Ibiza, and Ra died in 2011 on the island of Ibiza. And before to continue, I just want to honor his spirit and say a big thank you to Ra. Ra said, the human design system, it's not a religious. I'm not a religious person. It isn't spiritual. I'm not a spiritual person. I'm free. I don't want to be spiritual. I don't want to be religious. It's not a moralistic things. It's not all of those things, any of those things. It is just a mechanic. It's a mechanism. It's the mechanic of the aura. And when you understand your aura, you will understand your type, and you will understand that every type have a strategy and an authority that you can follow, and it works. And it will help you. It will prevent you to go to the wrong way, to go in a wrong direction. By following your strategy and your authority, you have this ability to be correct for yourself. Let's have a look. What is the human design? So the human design, it's a system, is a synthesis of ancient and modern science. And it has proven to be a very valuable tool for human understanding. Basically, when people, and I believe a lot of you here had a reading with me, and some of you gonna start the course that I'm teaching next week. I'm very looking forward to start this journey with you for 9 weeks. It's gonna be amazing. But you guys can see, at the moment you have your reading, at the moment you understand the knowledge, you finally understand that there's nothing wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. And it's kind of a big release because you understand the way you have been acting. You understand the way you are and why you have been like this. It is simply about genetics. It is the way you are. And there's nothing wrong. It provides you with simple and yet very effective tools to enhance your life, reducing confusion, stress, and resistance about who you are. It is essentially your own navigation tool. Incredible. In my design, I have the gate of shock. It's a very important gate in my design. I have this ability to shock. This ability that in times of conflict and disorder, to find the balance and to remain calm because I can shock. And for so long, I was judging myself. Why am I so shocking to people? Why am I so rude? I was believing that I'm rude, that I'm mean. I was trying to be something else. And it was so much frustration and so much like resistance and stress. And I was kind of hating myself for being so shocking to people. And then when I discovered human design, I simply understood, oh, but this is who I am. And it's actually a gift to have this ability to shock people, to wake them up. Today, I really love myself. I love those parts of myself. So what human design can do for you is to consistently make the correct decision. How many of you today wish to have, a little voice or someone or something that can tell you with certitude, go here, this is what you have to do. Do that, this is what you need in your life. Don't do this, don't go with this person, don't go there. It's not correct. Wait, something better gonna come. How many of you would love to have this certitude? Well, that's what human design can do for you. Human design show you that there is another place out of your mind, in your body, that you can trust when it comes about taking decision. And you will enjoy a stress-free decision making. Today, when I say yes to something, I don't need to stress anymore. When I say no to something, I don't need to stress anymore. I know it's correct. I know it's the right things to do for me. I know that because I trust my strategy and my authority, and obviously because I've been experiencing the knowledge for the last 8 years. I hope you guys can feel the frequency. I hope you guys can feel. What am I doing here is transmitting you a knowledge. If I wouldn't live these things, it wouldn't have an impact on you. I will be a hypocrite and nothing else than a big hypocrite. But I do live these things. I do know that by following my design, I get my timing right. And I have a deep emotional level of understanding. I don't take any more emotional decision. I understand that I'm a non-emotional according to the design, and everything that I'm feeling, it's not mine. I do feel it, but it's not mine. I don't need to identify myself to those things. It's not me. I understand the unique characteristic of my biomachine because it is a biomachine. This vehicle that I took place in, it's a biomachine. I understand the characteristic of it. So I'm becoming confident in my uniqueness. I don't want to be you. I don't want that. I don't want to be homogenization, the homogeneous world, everyone going to the same class, to the same school, sitting at the same chairs, listening the same things, learning the same way. Everyone, you guys are sheep. I'm in the wolf business. That's what I do. I train wolves. You want to be a sheep? Good. Go return with the rest of the zoo. It doesn't interest me. Now you want to be a sheep? It's fine. No judgment. But if you want to be yourself, if you want to be correct for yourself, I'm happy to show you the wolf business. And that's what human design is for me. It's to recognize and overcome the negative conditioning. It's the ability to say, whoa, 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 wait a minute. That's not me. That's not what I want. That's what I've been taught. That's what people told me to do. That's what people say I have to behave. I need to behave. I need to do that. I need to work. I need to be a slave. I need to prove my value. I need to prove my worth. Whatever the bullshit is, I don't want this anymore. I want to be me. That's what human design can do. And at the moment you do that, you get the chance to live a life without resistance, without fear, without the fear of being rejected, without the fear of not being loved anymore by people. As long as you guys are not self, because that's what you are, not self. You're living the not self. You are identified with not self, not self, not self, not self, I'm not self. As long as you live this life, it will be fear. Nothing else than resistance and frustration. But at the moment you recognize the not self and you just get rid of it, well, no more fear here. It's filled with love and satisfaction. The deep, deep feeling of satisfaction. At the end of the day, when you correctly use your energy, when you correctly engage your energy doing things that you love, what you're passionate about, how good it feels. It is amazing, isn't it, to be satisfied? Good. So let's see. To put everything in another word is human design is music. It is about Tune into the universe. See yourself as a music instrument, part of the giant symphony. You are in the universe, you are part of this beautiful universe, of this cosmos. All of us, we are part of the whole. And your goal as a little individual, unique being is to play your music. If your instrument is a piano and you try to play the guitar, it's not going to work. So play the piano, be the piano, be you, play the good music so you can tune. And then you're going to start have an harmony, a resonance. You're going to start to attract the correct people in your life, people who do play the same music like you. An harmony, a resonance. It's going to be beautiful. Today I attract only people who are correct for me. I know. I see this around me. It's correct. I don't have stress anymore. I don't have anxiety anymore. I don't have, well, the mind is still here, still here, still trying to get me in trouble. But, I get him interested. Today, when I respond with my sacral and I'm like, okay, let's do that. My mind is like, oh, really? You want to go here? Oh, okay. But what about this over there? And I'm like, no, I'm going to go here. And the mind straight, he stops. Okay, let's check it out. But a few years ago, I couldn't even hear the voice inside myself. The mind was so noisy. Let's do this. And what about that? And let's go there. And let's try this. And let's initiate this. I need to go get it. I need to this. I need that. Overwhelming. Play the music. Play the correct music for yourself. Human design, it's a entities. Human design regroup two science. The exoteric science, the exoteric nature of the design. Exoteric means it has been proven by fact. It is something that you can describe. Exoteric nature, the quantum physics, the biochemistry, the genetics. That's all the parts what the human design is based on. The quantum physics based on the science of the neutrinos. Neutrinos are the very, very tiny little particle in the universe. This is what science discovered. It is something that is way smaller than the atom, and it's the structure of our universe. This is what we are made of, neutrinos. The biochemistry, the genetics, human design based on our DNA. And then the esoteric nature of the design. We have the astrology, the Hindu chakra system, the Judaic Kabbalah, and the Chinese I Ching. And all together, combined, it gives us this beautiful science of differentiation. When you guys have a look on your human design chart, you can see 26 activation. You can see the black, the red, that's the 13 planetary imprint. That's the 26th activation 3 months before your birth date and at the birth date. That's why it's different than astrology. It's not astrology. It is different. It's way more profound and accurate because we have two calculations. We have 9 centers. And by the way, we are not anymore 7 chakras in the body. We are 9 centers. We're not talking about chakras, but centers, 9 centers. And we're going to see this just after. We have 36 channels. Those channels connect the centers to one another and they create what we call definition, life force energy, where the energy is moving in your body, what you can trust, what you can relate, what is you in the body. We have 64 gates or hexagram, which are the 64 candon of your DNA. So you guys can see, this beautiful mandala wheel. We have those hexagram around the wheel. We have the 6th line of the yin and the yang that gives an information very unique to each hexagram, to each gate. And per gate, we have 3 levels of substructure. It is a very, very profound knowledge. It's accurate, it's deep, and it works. So all this together create the body graph. Now let's have a look of the humanity's evolution. So you guys can understand, we live in a program. You know, we are in a program. Um, when I had the chance to meet Neil, you know, Keanu Reeves in Los Angeles in 2018, he told me that some things that was very, very interesting. I was making a joke with him, but he said, The Matrix, it's not a movie, it's a documentary. It's a documentary to teach people how deeply they are blind by the mind, how the mind put everyone into slavery, how the program here is working. So I know it may be difficult for you to hear, but there is no choice here. No choice. There is only the illusion of free will. It's an illusion, but there's no choice. So humanity is going to an evolution. We are moving back to something that was here before, a long time ago. We are moving back to something that was here a long time ago. The humanity, the genetics, the mutation from the 7 chakras, the 7 centers, which was very strategic and logical. And in 1781, when the planet Uranus came into our solar system, something happened in the universe and in the human's genetics. We mutate from 7 center to 9 center, and we became very passive and receptive. Very passive and receptive. That's the difference between the Homo sapiens 7 center, who was only drive with the strategic mind, survival, fear from the mind. And today we are Homo sapiens in transitus. We are in transition. We are 9 centers. And the transition will be complete in 2027, in 6 years and a half. So you guys are better hurry to get your shit together, because 2027 gonna be a massive chaos. Massive chaos. I don't want to freak you out, but that's what's gonna happen. We are today 9 centers. We are not here to worry about survival. We are not here to worry about how I'm gonna pay my bills, how I'm gonna make money, how I'm gonna survive. No, this is the mind. And as long as you are identified with your mind, you will suffer. You will be miserable, and you will get nothing else than resistance, anxiety, frustration, depression, whatever it is. I know it's difficult to hear, but the good news here is that by using the human design system, you can free yourself. You can really free yourself. And again, don't believe me. Get your reading. Find someone with who you resonate. Get a reading. Then go into classes. Come join the class next week. Learn. Experiment by yourself. See by yourself that it works. Observe the mind. That's the evolution of humanity. We are 9 centers, and we are deeply passive and receptive. And that's the beauty of being a spiritual being by design, having an experience into the world of the form. But we are spiritual by nature, which is deeply passive and receptive. And what does it mean to be passive and receptive? It means I don't know. I don't know until it comes to me. I have absolutely no idea what I'm saying right now. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth. The only reason why I'm able to speak, it's because I allow consciousness to take place into the form and to speak through me. Otherwise, I have no idea what I'm saying. That's the point here, to be passive and receptive. This is who we are, deeply passive and receptive. We are not here to worry about survival. And that's what the human design can show us. When we have a look on the body graph, the mechanic, we have what we call defined centers. Defined center here. There are colored areas. That's our true nature. That's what we give to the others. That's what we broadcast. That's the music we play. We transmit this information to the others. Right now, that's what I'm transmitting to you. I'm sharing with you based on my, channel of surviving, that there's no need to worry about survival. At the moment, you correct for yourself. I'm transmitting to you with the channel of being a design of being a transmission, a transmitter. I'm transmitting this energy to you. I'm transmitting this knowledge to you. I'm shocking you here to return to innocence, to put spiritual knowledge here. I'm showing you how we can correct things and change the pattern. That's the energy that is moving in my body, and that's what I'm giving to you. This is what is you. When you have a look on your body graph, that's you. It's a consistent, reliable form of personal energy. It is fixed, and that how you are designed to function. It's you, the student. You are the student here. And the undefined center, everything that is white here, the white shapes, that's actually what gonna nurture me. I don't have a throat. The only reason why I'm speaking right now is because I'm doing this. Otherwise, I don't speak. I don't like it. And it's beautiful because it also nurtures me. I feel very satisfied doing this. It really fulfills me. It really nurtures me. That's what I pick from the others. Everything that is open, that's what you guys are going to pick from the others. It's where we are receptive. And this is where we amplify things. That's why the not self loves going into this. Your mind loves going into those things. And your mind makes you miserable because he's like, I want to be this. I want to be someone who have inspiration all the time. I want to be someone who is certain. I want to attract attention. I want to feel. I want to this. I want that. I want blah, 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 blah. And if I let my mind doing this, well, I amplify everything and I end up with a lot of frustration because this is not me. It's resistance. It is inconsistent. I can't trust it. It's unreliable form of personal energy. It's not me. It's what I will feel from the others, but it's not me. It's flexible. And that's where we are designed to learn. That's the wisdom potential. So by learning about your design, by taking class and joining the class, we're going to go through all the centers. So you guys will understand how you have been designed to be yourself and to have a wisdom potential, to nurture yourself, but not falling into the trap of the not self. The combination of the nature and the nurture creates the interactive binary consciousness of you, who you are. It's beautiful. I love these things. To have a better understanding, I remember Burning Man a few years ago. I was very moved and touched, emotionally touched with this sculpture, that was in the middle of the playa, in the middle of the desert. I was biking and I find these beautiful things. And those two little boys, children, trapped into a human form. The man, the woman, heads in the hands, the suffering, when in fact we are only consciousness passenger. The consciousness here is in the form, consciousness in the form, and we are witnessing consciousness. That's what you guys need to understand. This is your takeaway. Your takeaway is you are passenger consciousness in the physical body, in the world of the form. You are here to witness your life, to observe your life, but you are not in control of your life. You want to, and it's painful to realize that you are not in control, but that's the truth. We are only consciousness passenger, only here to witness consciousness, expressing the beauty of itself here in the form. That's it. That's it. So what's the point? I'm already hearing you, but what's the point to be here? What's the purpose of life? I want to have a purpose, but what's the point? Well, let me tell you. The point is, are you awake? That's the point. Are you in jail, in the matrix, and not free because the mind is controlling you, because the mind is taking decision, because the mind is driving your life, because the mind is telling you, I want this, I want that, I want to become this, I want to have more of this, blah, blah, blah. So at the end, you're not free. It's the illusion of free will, but you're not. And at the moment you break free and you are awake. And being awake, by the way, it's not going up to Himalaya and doing mantra for 35 years. It isn't about waiting for some kind of light to shine, or it isn't just for the master of the world and the gurus and Swammarburni in India. And oh, give me a break. So much bullshit. Being awake, it's simply following your nature. It's being you. And then you awake. And you will be awake like Buddha. That's it. And for those of you, I don't know if you can see me or you can see my camera, but this book, The Power of Now, I've been reading and reading and reading again and again, The Power of Now, to observe my mind, to observe, to detach myself. I mean, I went into 30 countries all around the world. I lived in Asia, I lived in South America, I lived in Africa, East Europe. I was looking witches, shamans, alchemist people, Buddhists, spend time in the temples, the indigenous in South America, in the Andes. The point is to be awake. The point is to be you here. And when you dissociate yourself from the mind, you get the chance to understand what's the meaning of life. When you allow life to come to you, when you allow life to come to you, you get the chance to discover, to witness your life unfolding in front of you. And by witnessing the life unfolding in front of you, you get the purpose. You see what your purpose is about. It is about to be a passenger, to let life taking care of yourself. And this is all what the spiritual teacher have been always said. But we have been trumped by the propaganda of manifestors who are like, oh, if you want something, go get it. You need to be a go-getter. Go get it. Make your life happen. That's the propaganda. It's coming to you. And Steve Jobs, he said, you can only connect the dot looking backward. You can't connect the dot looking forward. You can only connect the dot looking backward. So you have to trust in something. You have to trust in God, destiny, karma, whatever you want to call it. But you have to trust that there is something that is guiding you and that is putting everything together for you. Steven Spielberg, he said, you have to listen your intuition, but it is a whisper. It will tell you once, and then the mind will go crazy. Gandhi, he said, be the change you want to see in the world. You don't need to take care about other people. You don't need to change people. You don't need to share whatever you want to share to the people and tell them this is the way. No, be the change you want to see in the world. Focus on your dance. Focus on yourself. Focus on your journey. Focus on you. And that's what 2027 is bringing to us. Sorry, I'm busy. I'm taking care of me. I don't have any more time for you, for you, for you, for your bullshit. I don't have time for this. It's me. The reason why I'm doing this, it's because I enjoy putting my knowledge out into a recording. I don't do this for you. I do this for me. That's going to be a recording so that I will be able to watch again on my YouTube channel. It's not for you, it's for me. And there's nothing personal here. That's the beauty of human design. When you go into human design, you also understand something that is in the Four Agreement, the book. What is the Four Agreement? Don't take things personally. Don't take things personally. Because it's not about you, it's not personal. See? So let's continue here. We're halfway through. We're halfway through. Maybe 30 minutes more, and then we will have some questions. Okay, together, take a big breath in. Let's go into the good news. Before I continue, I really want you to know that you are beautiful, all of you. You are very unique and very beautiful. And it's such a gift for me to have this possibility to share this knowledge with you. It's very grateful and it's beautiful. So thank you a lot for being here. And mostly, thank you for giving the chance for yourself to learn about this knowledge, because you don't do this for me, you do this for you. I don't need to be here. I know those things. So thank you for yourself, for showing up for yourself. In human design, we have 4 auras types, 4 types, and millions of variations. But 4 types, 4 parts in your heart, 4 parts in your brain, 4 type of blood, 4 types of aura. The aura is basically the frequency, and each type has a strategy and an authority, a not-self team, and a signature. The signature, it's kind of like the reward of you being correct for yourself. It's the sign of nature. For a generator, for example, and I'm going to say about generators because I'm a generator and we are 70% of the population, 70% of the population, generator, we are the life force. We are the life force, vital energy on Earth. We generate Earth. We generate life. And all the rest of the type are just basically parasites living on our energy. That's it. But what to do? Everyone is different here. And there's no one to blame. And no one is better than the other one. No one is more worthy than the other one. We are all unique and we are all playing a part of the whole. So by understanding how your aura works, and we're going to talk about the auras, you will be able to get rid of the not-self team and finally vibrate your signature. Let's have a look. Manifestor. You guys are only 8% of the population. Manifestor have no more place here on the world. It doesn't mean you guys need to die, but it just means you don't have any more place here in the world. You still can be here. You can still do your own things, but your role is over. The world today is for generator and projector. And projector are going to play such an important role in humanity. If there is projector here, you guys are very important. It is time for you to wake up. And actually, you projector are in a better way position to guide me that I am myself today. See why? Because projector, you guys are a guide. Projector are guides. They have a very focused and penetrating aura. They have the ability to penetrate the other and to recognize the other so they can guide them. And by recognizing the other will feel recognized and will send an invitation to the projector to guide them. And only out of the invitation, the projector will be able to use his energy in a very specific way to guide the generator. So the projector will be seen and recognized and he will get the success. But without invitation, there's nothing to say, there's nothing to hear, there's nothing to do. Without a formal invitation, there's nothing to do for you, projector. And the more you initiate, the only things that you will get is this deep, deep, deep feeling of bitterness. Bitterness. And you don't want to have this taste in your mouth. It is disgusting, it is awful, and it will kill you. Something that you need to recognize, projector, is that you are a non-energetic type. You don't have the same energy that generator can have. You need to sleep. You need more time to rest. Very important for you to recognize this. And as long as you leave the not self, and as long as you beat yourself down and you're like, what's wrong with me? Why I don't have this energy? Why I cannot work like everyone? As long as you do this, you leave the not self. And the only things that people will see in you is the not self. And you will be generator slave. I hope I'm clear on this. Let's have a look on the other side. Generator. You know, generator, we are 70% of the population. Your energy is everything. Your energy is everything. How do you engage your energy is everything. Generators are good at making sound. You want to go out? Uh-huh. You want to do this? Mm-hmm. You want to come with me and do that? This is all truth. For thousands of years, humanity have been believed that they are smart because they develop some sophisticated ways of communication by articulating words and languages and all those things. But let me tell you something. Humanity is deeply ignorant, and we have been ignoring the primary instinct that is our sound. The only way to get something from a generator is to ask questions. Yes or no questions. To ask a generator. Do you want to do that? Mm-hmm. It's a yes. It means you do have energy to engage into something that will satisfy you. But at a moment, you run around trying to initiate because you believe whatever your mind is telling you, oh, I'm going to die. If I don't initiate, I'm going to die, but nothing going to happen today. But there's nothing to respond. No one going to ask me question. I'm losing the control. Oh my God, no, I need to initiate. I better do something. The only thing you will get is frustration because you won't engage your energy correctly. And the only thing you will do is you will quit. I don't have energy to do this. It's frustrating. Fuck these things. I don't want to do it. Fuck it. I quit. And then you suffer from humiliation because you're constantly quitting things because you don't like it. It doesn't satisfy you. You don't like it. You don't want to do it. And you build waves and waves of frustration, and you end up with resentment that life will never give you what you believe is good for you. Fuck this life. I don't like it. I feel stuck. I don't know how to get out. I'm exhausted. I'm full of frustration. I'm burning out. I have so much back pain. Fuck this shit. Can you see how your mind is making you miserable? And the last things that really come to mind for a generator is to wait to respond. Wait, things are coming to you. You can respond, and then you will see if it's correct for you or not. The reflector, by the way, who are only 1% of the population, they are looking at everyone and kind of believing everyone is alien. They don't understand them. Reflectors are only interested about the cosmos, and they believe they are God. They believe they are the universe, and they are like simple. You know, they come into an environment, they taste the environment, and they reflect the environment. That's what they do. 1% of humanity, they're going to play a very important role. Right now, we can have a reflection on the collective consciousness, which is a lot of frustration. And manifestor, you know, they are the one who put everyone into propaganda and slavery. Manifestor are basically the only one with a very close and repelling aura who are able to initiate and manifest. But obviously, everyone wants to be a manifestor. Everyone wants to go and chase things. But that's not correct for generator, projector, and reflector. Only the manifestor can do this. Only the manifestor can wake up and say, hey, I'm going to do that, done, period. And he's doing it. Manifesto only 8% of population. Can you see the propaganda? Can you see all those bullshit coaches telling you the law of attraction and manifestation and the 5 keys to manifest your life and the 10 secrets of being rich and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah? Give me a break. This is bullshit. There's nothing to prove here. There's nothing to achieve here. There's no need, no one on earth need $1 million a month. No one. There's abundance for everyone here. As long as you're stuck in your mind, you will suffer. You will be miserable. But at the moment you allow, and see, the aura is an extraordinary thing. Each and every one of you, according to your type, has an aura that does the talking. Let your aura do the talking. That's the beauty of human design. You can trust your aura. The aura is doing the job for you. To recognize that this is the way in which you interact with the world. Your aura is basically what you put out into the world. Why you guys are here? Because my aura attracted you so I can respond to you. What am I doing here? I'm responding to people who wants to learn human design. And I'm getting so much satisfaction. Right? So when you understand the aura, well, you see clearly that in order for your aura to be healthy, in order for you to be healthy, you need to know your strategy of your type, and then your aura and you are one. Manifestor, your strategy is to inform before you take action. Generator, your strategy is to wait to respond before you engage your energy into something. The strategy for projector, to wait an invitation before doing something. Reflector is to wait 28 days, because you guys reflector are lunar people. You are not solar people. You are lunar people. You depend on the moon. So by understanding this, we go to the key. The key is in our strategy and authority. Understanding where your individual authority lies is critical to understand how you are designed to make decisions correctly. Our individual authority is activated through us following the strategy that is appropriate to our aura type. Human design opens the door to the potential of self-love, a love of life, and the love of the others through understanding. When you recognize that your partner is a generator, and you recognize that the only way to communicate with your partner is to ask questions so the generator can respond, this is when love arises. And that's what we are. We are love. We are pure love. The not self, aka conditioning, it's the openness in your chart, and it's not broken. Nothing is missing or bad. It is simply where you are designed to take in others' energy. Everything that is white, it's not broken, it's not missing, it's simply open. And that's what we call the not self or conditioning. It is also the potential of wisdom. When you recognize the conditioning and the not self, you can have a very beautiful potential of wisdom, and your life become way more smooth. When you are in the not self, when you live not self, the primary part is the avoidance of pain. There's so much pain of being not self. So you guys create and develop techniques to avoid the pain. What you need to recognize is the illusion of self that is created by the conditioning. The mind is pushing us to live out of our not self, who we think we are. Who do you think you are? When you say the word I this, I am this, who do you think you are? Who is speaking right now? Who do you think is speaking? When you say I want this, who wants that? Think about this. And it will only lead you to suffering, the frustration, the bitterness, the anger, the disillusion of life. Conditioning happens when you make a decision from the openness from your mind. That's why we have been built and equipped with a strategy and an authority. That's basically the whole point of this webinar, to explain to you that you have been built, genetically designed, with a specific mechanic. If you follow this mechanic, it will get you out of the pain and all those negative emotions, anxiety and everything. It will get you out of it. And you will finally have a life full of peace. But as long as you do not self, the more resistance you have, burnout, fatigue, exhaustion, there are an indication that you are not living correctly as yourself. It is very simple. It's a binary consciousness. Frustration, taking wrong decision. Satisfaction, taking the right decision. That's it. Easy. And this will lead you to the correct job, to the correct relationship. This will lead you to what is really correct for you. What is really correct for you. So the conditioning is obviously the parents, the friends, the media, the family, the school, lovers, society, blah, 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 blah. This is why my only advice here, and again, don't believe me, but this is what I'm doing for myself. I removed all the distraction in my life. There's no more distraction. I don't let myself being distracted with a virus, with the 5G, with politics, whatever is, I don't give a fuck, because it distracts me from being centered with myself. Maybe the world collapse, whatever is, but I know that I will be fine because I'm centered and aligned with myself. It's not about avoiding and ignoring what is happening. I know what is happening. I simply choose to not focus on it. I simply choose to not let myself being distracted from my path and my inner truth. I choose to not watch the media. I choose to not watch all those movies or series or listening all those whatever society is telling me that I need to be and to do. The football or the Super Bowl or the soccer, I don't watch all those things. And I actually find a lot of joy entertaining myself with myself. The only reason why it is difficult, it's because of the mind that is creating so much pain to look inside. How many of you went completely crazy for the quarantine because you get bored? I don't get bored. I have me. I mean, Ben, he's so amazing to watch. He's so silly. I love sitting and observing myself, and I'm like, oh my God, look at him. This is so much fun, so much entertainment. I don't need to watch a series. I mean, listen to yourself. I need a distraction. Or I'm going to go out and have a drink. I need a distraction. Or I'm going to watch a movie. I need to distract myself. I feel so much stress. Oh, I need a distraction. Let's go do this and let's play this and blah, 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 blah. Distraction. You distract yourself. Avoiding confrontation and truth with yourself. That's what you're doing. And today, when I do something, I know it's not about distracting myself. If I go play football, it's because I like playing football. But it's not about distracting myself. When I read a book, I educate myself. I enjoy reading my book. It's not about getting out of my mind because I have pain, so I try something to shut the fuck up on my mind. No. That's what we call being awake, being aware. That's the point. Remember, the point here is to be awake. I don't need distraction anymore. As soon as my mind is going crazy, I sit and I observe. It's painful sometimes. I don't like it. But I observe. And then the pain goes away. And this is what is happening. Again, I don't want to freak you out, but from 1615, the global cycle gonna end in 2027. We are in a deep, deep transition today. We are deeply, deeply vulnerable. We are waking up to the illusion of the self. And in 2027, the program, who is right now in the incarnation cross of planning, which is all about planning, institution, bargains, blah, 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 this is going away. And we're going to the incarnation cross of the sleeping phoenix. I mean, when you have a look on the mandala wheel, it's a story. You can read the story about all around the mandala wheel. And we are moving from a global cycle from this incarnation cross of planning to the cross of sleeping phoenix. What is the sleeping phoenix? It's the bird that is rising again from the ash. Everything is collapsing right now. So in 2027, we can finally wake up from the illusion of the self. It's going to be chaos. So many people are waking up today. Human design is one of those great, great revelation that came into the world. And as great revelation, as all the revelation, it has been deeply, deeply ignored. But my invitation for you is to pay attention on what's going on today so you guys can wake up from the illusion. The 4 basics, and we almost done, and then questions. The 4 basics in human design. So this is what you guys can do and start to focus on. My invitation first, get your human design reading so you understand how energy is moving in your body with myself or another professional, in human design. Understand your type, which is your aura, the mechanic of the Maya. The Maya is the illusion that we are living in, the program. It's how to play music. That's it. Understand your type. Understand your strategy. It's how you can navigate. Understand your authority. Who do you listen? Do you listen your mind or do you listen your authority, which is the inner voice? And every one of us have a different authority. Then understand your profile. It's your role, the role that you are playing here. I'm a 6'2". The 6'2" is the role model hermit. I'm a hermit. I want you to leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to do this. Leave me alone. I'm a hermit. But I'm a role model. People observe me. People look at me. By being an example for myself and by being authentic with myself, I have this ability to broadcast a frequency that is correct and I become a leader. But I don't want this. I don't care. I'm my own leader. I'm not here trying to share to the world a message and telling everyone what to do. No. I demonstrate. I walk the talk. This is what I do for myself. That's it. That's my role. A 5-1 have a different role. The 5-1 is here actually as a heretic, as a general, as a messenger. He's here to seduce you with his message. But only if he has a solid foundation. That's the 5-1. With a solid foundation, the 5-1 have the ability to seduce you with a good message. And he's the one who's going to put the message in the world. That was Ra-Uhu, who was a manifester 5-1. With a solid foundation, he was able to put this knowledge into the world as a manifester 5-1. So everyone is here to play a role. Just play your own role. That's my advice to you, the basics in human design. Obviously, ignorance is the greatest evil in the world. You guys need to acknowledge you don't know what you don't know. And human beings are deeply, deeply ignorant. And this is a burden. It is a burden. You don't know what you don't know. It is a profound statement. You don't even know that you don't know things. And the fear of being stupid make humanity so ignorant because they want to be certain about everything. I mean, we still believe that the pyramid in Egypt have been built with woods and ropes. Come on. We can even do it again today. Even with all the technologies that we have, we are incapable of creating the pyramid. Ignorance. When you realize this, it's freedom. It's so much joy. It's the beauty of being passive and receptive. What my aura gonna bring to me today? You know, I'm a generator. I just wait and I respond. Projector, don't believe a word about what your mind is telling you, but no one gonna see me, no one gonna recognize me, no one gonna blah, 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 blah. Don't believe a word. They will see you, they will recognize you, they will send you an invitation. Generator, things are coming to you. You're gonna be able to respond. Wait, that's the beauty. You don't know to what you're going to say yes. You don't know to what you're going to respond. You don't know what's coming to you. That's the fear. Your mind doesn't like it because your mind already make plan and strategy in your head. And you're like, no, this is how I want to do things. As I say, you want to be a sheep? Go back with the rest of the zoo. You want to be a wolf? Come in my tribe. I'll teach you how to be a wolf. Easy. Easy. It's your willingness to let go. And that's, by the way, a little gift for you. That's what I'm going to teach next week for those of you who join the program. 4 basics. Who do you listen to? Teachability index. The training balance scale. How to balance between waiting and taking action. And obviously the level of competence. I don't know what I don't know. I'm unconsciously incompetent. I don't know that I don't know. And the goal is to move you to unconsciously competent, which is you're on autopilot, and now your mind is not running the show anymore, and you do things autopilot because tac, 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 you have been trained. That's what we're gonna apply. So what is the next step for you? And then we're done. Then questions. The next step for you, you guys can, if you want, you can go on my website, which is benlifechanger.com, ben-lifechanger.com, human design. You can book your session and get your human design reading. Or on my Instagram, bio on my Instagram, you have the link, you can book your reading or join us. That's the next step. It's a 9-week course on Zoom. It's limited to 15 people, so we can really dive into your chart. It's a $497 US. It's a cellular transformation. That's what's gonna happen. It's a profound transformation with your cells. You're gonna start to decondition your mind. We're gonna go through the origin of the human design, the 9 centers. You're gonna see healthy and unhealthy states. You're gonna see how you can take decision for yourself. It's deep understanding of your DNA, your genetics, the channels, the everything. It's the 4 types, you know, it's the strategy, the authority. I will give you very practical tools as well for you guys to use every day. So I'm going to give you very practical tools to use every day, to see every day how you can decondition your mind, how you can tell your mind, shut the fuck up and take correct decision for yourself. That's what I did many years ago for myself. It was amazing. It is also the foundation if you guys want to become a teacher. If you guys want to do what I'm doing right now, this is the first step in your education in human design. It's to do your Living Your Design course. It's an incredible journey into self-discovery, self-confidence, self-trust, and self-love. That's the point here. A transformation of human consciousness. It's going to be a mutation. This experience that I offer you this experience for, we start next week. It gives you foundations that you need to be correct as yourself. So you can see why and how to experiment your own type, strategy, and authority. We need support. Having a reading is amazing, but we need support. Having your reading is good, but how can you implement the knowledge after? It's a good support. We're gonna have a group. We support each other. You guys gonna move from the frustration to satisfaction in your life. For the projector, you will move from the bitterness to the success in your life. You can live a life fulfilled with purpose without any resistance. I promise. It's life-changing. It's a massive transformation. It depends your understanding of your personal design and the design of your family, your friends. It will simply give you so much clarity on why your mom and your dad are like this, why my boyfriend, why my girlfriend, why my family, the people around you. You're going to start to really understand everything. It's a release. It's a big release. It's an incredible journey of self-discovery and knowledge that begins your deconditioning process in earnest. It takes 7 years to decondition your mind because it is a cellular transformation. A cellular transformation. Right now, all your cells are vibrating. If you guys believe in energy, the energies are your aura broadcast right now. It's not self. And it's fine. I used to be not self for so long. I really bored myself. I was annoying myself. And the first 3 years of my deconditioning process, it was annoying. I was seeing all my not self. I was seeing all the bullshit of my mind. It was annoying. I know this process. I have a lot of compassion and I will support you if you guys choose to come and to do this for yourself. It's a gift. Believe me, it's a gift. Every 7 years, the cells regenerate in the body, according to medicine and science. That's why it takes 7 years. The first year, it's going to be a fight. Then the 2 next year, it's getting better. And after 3 years, we can see who will win, the mind or your strategy. And if you win with your strategy, then it's going to start to unfold and to be way more smooth and relaxed. It's way more awesome. Let's be honest, a lot of people are looking for a quick fix. Everyone is looking for a quick fix. That's why everyone is looking for those seminars and books and videos and blah, blah, blah. No, it takes time to do the work. Shamans, we know this. It takes time. Nature, it takes time. It takes 9 months for you to be here. 9 months. It takes time. So you're going to learn self-compassion. You're going to learn how to be more gentle with yourself, how to stop judging yourself, how to stop beating yourself down, how to let go on expectation, how to enjoy the beauty of life. This is what I'm offering to you. I'm not going to lie. I'm not here to afford to give you 1 million. I'm not here to teach you how to be a millionaire because that's not going to help you. If you're a millionaire but you're still miserable with your mind, that will not help you. And it's not anyway the frequency where we're going. It isn't. What I can teach and what I can help for you is to be comfortable with yourself, is to love yourself. That's the point here. To finally trust yourself, to finally be at peace with yourself, with people around you, with the decision, with when someone is saying something, you're not reacting emotionally, you're not triggered anymore, you're not reacting or projecting shits anymore. You're grounded, you're fine, you love you do you. It's freedom. That's what I'm offering, to get your freedom back. The whole point of being here is to love yourself, is to be correct for yourself, you know? It's to be yourself. Everything else is secondary, everything else. And that's what the human design can do for you. Thank you everyone for being present today. Thank you to all of you who are watching the live recording on YouTube. I'm very glad that you took this time for yourself. I really hope I succeed to transmit to you my excitement and my passion about human design and how it truly changed my life. I was very depressed. I was hating myself, really hating myself. I couldn't stand my life anymore in the military. And step by step, I took this journey, and today I'm very happy with myself. I have me. The rest is bonus. The rest, it's a bonus. I don't need people, but I'm happy to hang out with them. But I don't need it because I love me and I take care of me first. There's nothing selfish here. If you don't know how to take care of yourself, no one's gonna do it. No one will do it for you. That's what human design can teach you. Human design can really give you something to relate, to trust, and to use as a tool every day for you to be correct. To all of you, I love you, love yourself, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.